I'm buzzing, I'm buzzing. Boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, boop, boop. How do I start this? How do I start this? I guess I'll go with the classic. Hello, wonderful human beings, and welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited. Today I've received the most important package that I've ever received, ever, and I probably ever will. And no, guys, I know what you're thinking. It's not a package in someone's pants. Just putting that out there. It was a package from Amazon containing this little beauty. This is my book. Oh, it's so pretty. I am super excited. So you might have heard me mention that I was writing a novel in one of my previous videos. Well, I have finished it. As you can plainly see, I have it here. I've been working on this novel for about 13 years. I was about 14 when I started it, and I've just finished it now. I should have been finished with it a long time ago. Because I was so young when I was writing it, it was very juvenile and some things didn't make sense, the writing was awful. So throughout the years, I have been slowly editing it. Very slowly. I haven't been working on it like non-stop for 13 years. I have had very long stints where I wasn't working on it, but always in the back of my mind I'm thinking, I've got to finish that story, gotta finish it. So last year I made a conscious decision to work on it nearly every day, kind of going through the whole thing, just making the story better, more believable, better background on the characters, kind of just building it so it's a proper novel. So that I've been working on that solid for about a year. Then I got to the point where I was happy with it and just wanted it out there. And I wanted to self-publish it because I didn't want to go through editors to tell me to change this and do that. And I just didn't want to go through that because I've been through so much with this book. I just wanted it out there. So I chose to publish it on Amazon. So Amazon have this really great service where you can self-publish your own book. So you upload your book, you give it a title, you give it a description, you can give it a fancy book cover. And there's formats that you can like download as PDFs. And you can insert your text into them and then they format it in the style of a book, and then you can just like fiddle around with it to make it look like the way you want it to look. It's as simple as that, and I think it's just so amazing that you can do that because it's always been my dream to publish a book and now I have. So this book is not Shakespeare. It's really not. Like I said, I wrote it when I was 14 years old, so it's very teenagery, but also like dabbles in some dark stuff as well. So I'm not quite sure if it really works, because one minute she's talking about boys and the next minute there's bad stuff, like really bad stuff happening. It's an interesting one. So every time someone's asked me, what is your book about? I've always had a tough time explaining it. You know, kind of like tying it up into a little ball of this is what it's about. Because I feel like this book is two books, two different stories, melted into one. I find it really hard to talk about my own book. You know what it's about, Sarah. You wrote it for 13 years. Just tell the people. Taya was kind of just a normal kid up until the age of about 13 when she no longer had her mother in her life. She found that really hard to cope with, and it didn't help that her dad seemed to move on very quickly and got herself a new girlfriend, Lily. And soon Lily was living in the house and making Taya's life a living hell. She began retreating into herself, isolating herself from her friends and her peers, and just kind of building up this huge wall that no one could penetrate. She gets very socially anxious, she doesn't want to be around anyone, she just begins to hate her life and hate herself, and it seems like nothing will break her out of this. Until she meets Callan. Callan is a new student that comes to the school, and immediately she's like, damn, he a hottie. First day of school, he's sitting beside her, and with all the confidence in the world, he charms her and she falls for Callan. So things begin to look up for her and she's getting all excited about life again, but then she meets someone else. Luca, who is nearly the complete opposite of Callan, but he's funny and weird and has an understanding of what Taya is going through. From going from no friends, no life, no real joy in her life, to having two cute boys interested in her, she kind of doesn't really believe that this is happening, and she's not quite sure how to cope with it, and she kind of struggles a little bit. There's some pretty dark stuff in there, but I really like it. What I like about this story is that it's not just all about you know, the boys that she likes, and it's not all about Lily and what's happening at home. It's kind of a combination of the two of them and how those stories intertwine with each other, and I really, really like it. I'm probably not explaining it the best way. I'm just not really good at explaining the story. I've told you this. But I find it really interesting, especially with the depths of Lily and Taya's relationship. I think it's really interesting. It might be a bit shocking at times as well, but I really like it and I put a lot of work into it, and I'm just really, really proud of myself. My book is on Amazon, and originally I wanted to put it for 99p because to me it's more important that it's out there and available rather than me earning loads of money off it. I'm not here to make money. I'm really, really not. This story means more to me than money. So yeah, I wanted it to be 99p. But because I wanted my own copy of it, I wanted to put it as paperback. But with paperback, you know, someone's gotta pay for printing it. This doesn't go on trees. Well, it does because it's paper. Paper and trees. But yeah, I had to make sure that the cost of printing was covered, and apparently that amounts to $6.93 per book. So that's really annoying. That's way too expensive for something that I just made at home. Like, it's not like it was gone through editors and all the mistakes are gone. There is mistakes. I've read about a chapter and I found a few mistakes, so it's not perfect. And I don't think it should be $6.93. Like, you don't have to buy it at all. I just really wanted it up there so I could buy it for myself, so I could have a physical copy. It is on Kindle for $1.99, but with the way it works, if I publish only on Kindle, I can do kind of promotions and stuff. So from today, it will be free. So if you want to grab a copy, no pressure because it's not Shakespeare. But if you did want to get it, you can get it for free between now and the 27th, I think it is. I'll leave the link for my book in the description. Like I said, I'm not expecting you to buy it or anything like that, but I'm just really, really proud of it. And I wanted the world to know that I've written a book, and I don't care if I'm the only person who reads it or who has bought it. So yeah, I'm not expecting anyone to buy it. This is more for me, that I have published a book. I have it in my hand. It is printed. It looks professional. It's just an achievement for me. If you do for some reason want to buy the book, I don't know why, but if you wanted to, please let me know that you have or you're reading it or whatever, because I'd love, 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 love to know what you think of it. It's such an exciting thing for me to think that someone's reading something that I wrote. So if you do happen to buy it or get it free on Kindle, and please let me know that you're reading it so I know. I might get really nervous and shy and like, oh no! But I think I would really be happy and it would be really, really nice. So please do let me know, because I don't get any notifications to say that someone's bought the book or anything. So I don't actually know if someone is buying it or what. So please do let me know, maybe in the comment section here, or you can like follow me on Twitter and let me know on Twitter if you're reading it or whatever. Yeah, I just love to know your thoughts on it. So I do recommend to anyone who is a writer and really wants to get their stuff out there and published, I would definitely recommend publishing on Amazon. It's just really easy, and I think it's a lot less hassle than going to editors and submitting your book and getting it rejected. It will probably most likely be accepted with Amazon. I think it's just like an amazing service that you can do that, because I've always wanted to have a book published and I didn't have to wait for people to say, oh yeah, I like that story, I'll publish that in about a year. Once I was finished with it, it took me about a week to get it up on Amazon. That's not long at all. And it took me a couple of days to get that in the post. So I would really recommend, if anyone is a writer, to do that and have it out there, even just for yourself, so you can have this own printed, professional looking book. By the way, this video isn't sponsored by Amazon at all or anything. I'm just singing its praises. I think that was an amazing service that they have. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have this book in my hand. So thanks, Amazon. And it makes me think that I can do anything. So I guess my little piece of advice is, if you have a life goal and are just a bit nervous about it or not sure if you're ever going to achieve it, just go for it. Just do it and you'll feel so great. And there might be times where you fail, but that's no reason to stop. You keep going. There's so many times what I thought with this book was never going to be finished, or when people came back to me and say, oh, this doesn't make sense, maybe you should change it, and I was just like fed up with the stories. Like, I can't do it anymore. But I kept going with it, and now it is a book. It is published, it is in my hands, it's available for other people to purchase if they so wish, for whatever reason. So just always believe in yourself, and just, if you want to achieve something, just do it. And you can do it. You just got to stick with it. If it really means that much to you, it'll happen. So just go for it. Go for your dreams, because you only have one life, so just make the most of it. Grab the bull by the horns. Grab your book off the internet. Just go for it, and don't worry about anyone else. Just make yourself happy and achieve your own goals, because it really is an amazing feeling. I'm just sending all my love out to you all. Thanks so much. Bye. Bye.